Hey, how's it going everyone? Outlaw Client here, back once again this week with some more Dragon Ball FighterZ news. Now, I know I'm a bit late for the party with this piece of news, but my friends recently asked me about my opinions for the DLC reveal trailers for Goku and Vegeta, and I thought I'd just make a quick video on it. And yes, you guys don't have to adjust your volume, you did hear me correctly, announcement trailers for Goku and Vegeta. A sentence that I thought I'd never end up saying for a Dragon Ball game. But anyway, also I just want to go over some of the costumes, the hidden Easter eggs, and of course, if you guys know me, I take the 4Cs very seriously. A bit more on that later. But anyway, regarding the DLC, if you guys have been keeping up with the leak, you know that all of the characters so far have been correctly predicted, and now that's 6 for 6 at the moment. And of course, there are 2 other characters remaining, so it's looking highly likely that they're correct. Now, if by some chance you haven't heard about those characters, I won't mention them here, just so that you can surprise it if you still want a surprise. But I mean, at this point, there are no surprises to be found, because everything has been leaked months in advance. Anyway, so starting off with the trailer, Goku has quite a cool reference here. Now, this is actually the intro, the Japanese intro, and also the Funimation ending, or Funimation outro if you've watched that version. But again, I just think it's a really cool reference to the intro. Honestly, I really want to see what that looks like in space. I mean, I don't know how Goku's gonna find the ability to defy gravity, or is he just gonna float away? Who knows? Only time will tell. Hopefully we'll see him soon. But yeah, as I said, really cool intro. Really love the Nimbus Cloud reference, even though Goku could fly at this point, but still cool nonetheless. Now, starting off with some of his moves, of course, it's very, very similar. I mean, I'm sure you guys... I mean, it's Goku. What more can I say? But, again, as I was saying, I'm sure you guys aren't looking for too much of a variation. And, of course, it is Goku, so his moveset and stance and everything's going to be mostly the same. But there are a few key differences here, as you can see. So, starting off with the attack animation, you see that he uses a knee move instead from one of his pre-Super Saiyan fights. And next up, if we can see really quickly, he uses the Force Ki Blast type move, which he uses against the Ginyu Force. I think he uses it against Berta and Jace once he gets to Planet Namek, or once it's fully recovered and starts to fight the Ginyu Force. So a really cool reference there. Just looks like a standard combo ender. Possibly cool as a wall bounce. Maybe you can follow it up with a super super dash. So forgetting these names already. You know, you stop playing Dragon Ball for a few months and you forget everything. But yeah, no, really cool, really nice attention to detail. Once again, Arc Systems really nailing the detail on these characters. So next up we have, a standard combo goes into the air and Goku finishes off with a Kamehameha, much like Super Saiyan Goku as well. I mean, come on, it wouldn't be Goku if he didn't have a Kamehameha in some form. Even though Super Saiyan Blue hasn't got it in normal gameplay. Anyway, Super Saiyan Blue aside, standard Goku beam combo. So again, it looks like he's going to have a really good character, much like Super Saiyan Goku, is going to have really good full screen like zoning pressure. And again, if he hits with that, I'm sure he'll be able to confirm off with a vanish, and he can continue on with his combo. But again, all characters will Kamehameha, really, really strong characters. If that is his assist move, I'm sort of expecting his assist move to be a bit different, but if that is his assist move, then it will be a really good assist, top tier, much like Super Saiyan Goku and Goku Black. But again, I am expecting it to be different, so not getting my hopes up high there. But either way, it would be cool to see something a bit different. Now, moving on from the Kamehameha, we see that Goku has his throw move and finishes off with a vanish, and then like a double kick all the way to Vegeta's back. Seriously, Goku, getting a bit brutal there. But I remember this move from Goku versus Frieza. I'm not sure if he used it in another battle, but really cool. Again, once again, I know I'm going to keep mentioning attention to detail, but Arc Systems really did get it right. It looks really, really similar. The thing to note from this is that it looks sort of like a command grab. So when he throws Vegeta, I mean, a lot of auto combos, sort of like with Broly's auto combos, have like a grab to them. So I can't tell if this is an auto combo or a standalone like command grab, but either way it looks pretty cool. And maybe he can, if it is a command grab, it would be sort of similar to how Super Saiyan Blue Goku works with his various command grabs, you know, the 1-inch punch and so on, you know. Geez, that 1-inch punch, not an inch more, guys. But yeah, it'd be really cool to see Goku with some command grabs as well. I'm definitely looking forward to that the most. Now, next up we see Goku using his Kaio-Ken. I can't tell how many times it is, you know, it might be times 3, times 10, or times 20, I'm just not sure, but either way he uses his Kaio-Ken move, and it looks to be like a level 1 super. Now, I'm not exactly sure how it works, whether it will be automatic. If you get the first hit, then Goku will automatically attack onwards, or maybe you have to do the button inputs yourself. I'm sort of guessing that it's just like a cinematic thing. I don't think, I'm not too sure, I'm not 100% sure if it is a button press, but my guess is that it's like a sort of like a level 1, just all a cinematic super, so once you get the first hit then you can just continue on automatically and finish off with the Kamehameha at the end. But again, that's another thing to note. So Goku's main mechanic is his Kaio-Ken, and Kaio-Ken can either be times 3 if he's on his own, I believe it's times 3 if he's on his own, times 10 if you have 2 characters remaining, or sorry, times 20 if he's on his own, times 10 if he has 2 characters remaining, and times 3 if there are 3 characters remaining. Now, as soon as they mentioned that mechanic, I was getting some seriously bad flashbacks. Oh man, I don't even want to say it, but Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Phoenix can't control it. Look, okay, I might have to pause a bit for you guys. If any of you are getting flashbacks from Marvel vs. Capcom 3 / Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I'll just let you know you're not on your own. We can get through this together. But Goku looks like he'll have a sort of a similar to a Dark Phoenix mechanic, where he'll get stronger if there are a few characters remaining. So again, Goku might be a serious anchor character, and you might see some crazy comebacks with Goku. Maybe his frame data will increase and everything. Who knows, only time will tell, but that is by far my best bet so far. Now we're finishing off his trailer with what I believe to be his level 3, and I can guess that it's level 3 just because most characters at this point with most of their trailers, they always finish off with their level 3. But Goku's level 3 is his Spirit Bomb. Now back in the I believe it's the Shonen Jump magazine, or a previous magazine which first showed off Goku and had a bit of a description on some of his power ratings and reach and combo ability and everything, energy rating, all that stuff. But it mentioned that Goku's Spirit Bomb is the most powerful move in the game, but it is very slow as well. Now, I'm a bit confused on the very slow part. Does this mean that it won't be able to be a true combo, or it's going to be very difficult to land, such as like Android 16's self-destruct move? Not entirely sure, but just looking at the trailer, or just looking at after Goku throws his Spirit Bomb, you notice that Vegeta's like being sent upwards, flying upwards. So again, I'm not too sure if this is just part of the cinematic effect, or if Goku's like comboed off of something after. Either way, I definitely want to see some combos, because if it can't combo, then it's going to seem like a not as useful level 3. Who knows, maybe if it's like Zamasu's like his some of his supers, where, or even Piccolo's light grenade, or sorry, Hellzone grenade rather. Maybe you can have some really cool setups off of it. Who knows? But once again, I hate repeating this line. I sound like a broken record at this point, but only time will tell, as we can't tell too much from these short trailers. And that's pretty much all we have for Goku so far. Now, if you're watching the Japanese trailer, you'd know that, or I believe it was from one of the Japanese live streams, much like the previous DLC packs, Goku's, or the Japanese trailers always show additional costumes for the characters. So, starting off in the top left corner, we have the Z stamp, and that of course is the classic Goku Kamehameha stance. Good stuff there. Moving on to the right, we have the lobby avatar, and it's a nice touch that they used the Saiyan saga and before art style for Goku. It has a bit of more variation from the other base Goku avatars currently in the game. And of course the moment that you guys have all been waiting for, the 4 C's. But before I get onto that, I want to show you, well, before I look at the individual costume colours, I want to look at the second one in particular. Now, if you guys have seen my previous videos and just played the game, you'll know that the second costume always has an Easter egg reference to another character. Now, I have to admit this one sort of threw me off quite a bit, so I had to do a bit of digging. So, digging through some of the old manga archives, of course, you know how someone usually spends their Friday night. But digging through the manga archives, I found that this seems to closely represent the costume for the volume or Japanese Dragon Ball Volume 42 Farewell Volume, or for the English version it's Dragon Ball Z Volume 26. Now I'll have a quick picture here to show you guys the comparison here. I'll just quickly put this up on the screen. But now I know it's not perfectly, like, it's not exactly the same, but judging by Goku's boots, you know, the pink color and the sort of yellowish green shirt that he's wearing, and of course the white sash as well, like wrapped around his gi, I'm gonna have to say that this is probably the reference. And now the trousers part isn't exactly the same. As you can see, it's a white there instead of that normal green color, yellowy green color that's in FighterZ. But again, I'm about 90% certain here, so I mean, if you guys think it's something else, let me know, but for now I'm gonna have to go with this one. Now moving on to the individual costume colors, and of course the 4 C's, guys. The costume color coordination code. If you ain't got no coordination, you ain't got no win. That's just how it goes, guys. So looking at these costume colors, very similar to like base Super Saiyan Goku. Pretty good. I think they all suit him quite well. I like the like with the third color, the red one here. I like the red with the dark black. I'll probably be using that one the most. It's you know, truly godlike, top tier. But yeah, the other ones aren't too bad either. I can see that the blue color scheme is sort of similar to Goku's like Kid Goku type style in Dragon Ball. Sort of like that was the Easter egg reference for base Goku, or sorry, for Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Goku's second Easter egg color. So pretty cool that base Goku's got that as well. We've got Green Goku, looking a bit bright there. Goku, you celebrating St. Patrick's Day or something? I don't know. It looks alright though, not too bright. And of course Yellow Goku here. Yes, it's decent. It's decent. I quite like it, but I don't know if it's the black hair that's matching more with the color scheme. You know, black goes with everything there, as you guys can see. But no, pretty solid costumes overall, and not really too much else to say. I'd say top tier in terms of costumes here. Now, next up, moving on to base Vegeta's reveal trailer, and first up we have his powering up stance, I believe also used in the Saiyan Saga as well. And I'm just gonna throw it out there right now. Some points have to be deducted. You know, the lack of Scouter crushing in this intro is truly a disturbing sight. But either way, it's not too bad. It's closely references the manga, but I just think that like after Goku having that nice intro reference, it would have been really cool to see Vegeta with a really iconic entrance as well. Either way, so moving on to his moveset. Once again, very similar to his Super Saiyan counterpart with the chop and a lot of moves that look like he used on the Ginyu Force. Now his first notable move, and it looks like it's the end of his auto combo, is his Dirty Fireworks. Now this is the move that he used, you know, when he put up his 2 fingers and blew up Kui, you know, aka Vegeta's greatest rival. Guys, do any of you guys remember that moment when Kui put up such a great fight against Vegeta? Yeah, neither do I. But anyway, it looks like a nice combo ender there. As I said, at the end of his auto combo by the looks of it. Who knows if you'll be able to do a vanish or super dash after. You know, we'll soon find out. Now next up, moving on from the Dirty Fireworks, we see that Vegeta has his his Gallic Gun. Now this looks like I'm not too sure if it's exclusively grounded, but there is firing at an angle, much like he did when he fought Goku with his Kamehameha. But really cool to see Vegeta's Gallic Gun in his super. I know that Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta can also use Gallic Gun, but it's just a normal move, not a super. And again, it does seem like it will cover a decent, like a lot more of a decent range that you can angle it. Not too sure if you'll be able to angle it straight or whatever, but again, it seems like it covers a decent angle, sort of like Cell's assist, I guess. Now moving on, we have Vegeta's, it looks like his Destructo Disc. Now I don't know if this is the official Destructo Disc, but I remember he used this back when he, I believe, Gohan transformed into a Great Ape, and he used it to cut off his tail, so a nice cool little reference there. It looks like it can be, it goes up at an angle. It seems like it arcs a bit, so whether or not Vegeta will be able to angle this, who knows, but there is a nice little angle there, so you might be able to catch some jumping opponents, and it might be used as a semi-decent anti-air, I guess. Let's wait and see. Anyway, moving on from that Destructo Disc, or the I don't know, I guess the knockoff Destructo Disc there. Either way, it's just an energy cutting attack. But moving on, we have Vegeta's move, and it looks like another special move because he enhances it there. And that looks like the move that Vegeta uses against Berta to you know, finish him off, crush his neck. And that's the end of him. But again, like I was saying, it looks like a special move just because it has that you know, that characteristic orange circle that appears every time you use an enhanced move. Now, I'm thinking that the enhanced one will allow you to like teleport, and you know, very similar to Goku's quarter circle forward. You know, his like quarter circle forward punch move. And when you use his enhanced version, it allows you to teleport above the opponent for an overhead. I'm sort of thinking that it's going to function in a very similar way to Goku's one. And if it does, then it looks like it's going to be a very strong option, especially if you can use it in the air, because with Goku's enhanced level 3, if you have 3 extra bars, then you can actually go into a level 3 straight after, and it's a true combo. So very scary stuff, and it looks like Vegeta's going to have decent mix-up potential with that. Have to wait and see how the other ones function, if they'll just maybe just a jump up in the air, not, you know, maybe not a teleport and no tracking. But again, like I said, it looks like there's some decent tracking there, and it will be really definitely increase Vegeta's tier spots if that can track, you know, an auto track when enhanced. And after that, finally finishing things off with Vegeta's level 3, and that is of course his Galaxy Breaker, the move that he used against Nappa. I'm really expecting to see a nice cinematic ending between him and Nappa. I mean, I guess at this point it's a given how much detail they put into all the other stuff. But again, it looks like a decent. It sort of looks similar to Trunks' Heat Dome attack, where he throws them up into the air. You know, it looks like a command grab, and he throws them up into the air. So it looks as though you have to be very close to your opponent in order to initiate it. And again, if it acts like all other level 3s, I'm pretty sure it will have a hard knockdown as well. But again, it does look like a ground exclusive level 3, so not as much utility as some other characters like Vegeto's Big Bang Kamehameha, which could be used at all different. Oh, sorry, was it Big Bang? Yeah. Well, Vegeto's level 3 could be used both in the air and on the ground. It didn't quite cause a hard knockdown in the air, but on the ground it would. So again, it looks like it's a bit limited here. But again, with the animation, looks pretty cool. I can't wait to use it against Nappa, honestly. I just want to see. I need that same Nappa face when he finished him off in the Saiyan saga. But anyway, my overall thoughts on Vegeta. I mean, that wasn't too much to cover there. Again, as I said, a lot of the animations are very similar to his Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan Blue version. So yeah, but again, good that he does have those distinct supers, and quite a few as well. Now, Vegeta, I wasn't as hyped as Goku's trailer, but it looks like he'll have a decent mix-up game again with his teleport overhead and the his Gallic Gun as well being angled. It will offer a different gameplay style to regular like Super Saiyan Vegeta and Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. So that's pretty cool that he does have some variation. But again, I was expecting a bit more. Hopefully, we get to see his Great Ape form as like a dramatic finish or something, because that's another thing that I was expecting to see in his moveset, like a level 3 or something. But I can imagine that would be a lot of work to add that in as a level 3. Again, fingers crossed that we still have a cinematic finish with that. And again, his Scouter Crushing as well. The severe lack of Scouter Crushing was quite upsetting in my opinion. And finally, some of those extras at the end of the Japanese trailers. Us other regions, we don't quite get to see those other things, do we? I mean, those are those next level strats from the Japanese. If we can't get our color coordination in order, then the tournament's already lost for us. You know, those next level strats, I applaud them for that. But anyways, starting off on the top left corner, we have Vegeta's fighting pose, much like in the Saiyan saga. And again, that was actually the fighting stance that I was expecting to see in base Vegeta's trailer, but in his intro anyway. But anyways, and on the right side we have his lobby avatar, complete with the shoulder pads and all the extra pads as well. Again, if you're a fan of the original Saiyan armor design, then I'm sure you'll love this version. And finally, we have Vegeta's colors here. Of course, the second costume reference being exactly the same as Super Saiyan Vegeta, Super Saiyan Vegeta and Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta's color. You know, the pre-Saiyan Saga Vegeta when they're coming to the planet, you know, the bug planet and so on. Yeah, again, it was a bit of an animation mix-up there because they didn't know the true color scheme, because the manga was in black and white, of course. So yeah, there's that. But anyway, I don't really need to go over that too much. Maybe I'll put an image up anyway. But here we have Vegeta's colors as well. Again, I don't like it as much as Goku's. I think the whole armor. Well, actually, no, I take that back. Look at that red and dark Vegeta. That looks like cola. That is Coca-Cola Vegeta right there, guys. But But yeah, no, as you can see, a few other colours. We have his blue, his green, his yellows, you know, much like all the other colours, other characters. But yeah, I think it's decent. It's not... See, if Goku's one is S tier, then I'm going to have to give Vegeta maybe an A-, you know, I'm being a bit generous now. But either way, what do you guys think? Do you prefer base Goku's costume colours, or do you prefer base Vegeta's costume colours? It's all up to you. But remember, guys, you have to keep that colour code coordination in check. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys. That's all I have for today. Wasn't too much to talk about with these characters. Again, as I always mention, these trailers are so short, so yeah, try not to hype yourself up for a good 20 to 30 seconds of gameplay. But again, I can only analyze as much as I can. And again, I'll be updating you guys if there's any more gameplay trailer, or if there's any more gameplay that gets revealed between their release and so on. And again, their release date isn't 100% known. It's speculated to be in the second week of August, but again, not a solid date yet, so I'll keep you updated on that one as well. Anyway, thanks again for watching, guys. I really appreciate the support. Be sure to like and subscribe if you really enjoyed this. And as I said, I'll be back next time. So until next time, peace out.